Okay, students, so today I will be helping you to understand expanded form. Expanded form. Now, what are we going to start with? Let's say we have an elastic band. Look at this. This is an elastic band, right? Can you see it? Yes. And this is a box. And this elastic band looks small. It looks like it cannot go over the box. What are we going to do to ensure that this elastic band goes over this box? What are we going to do? We are going to stretch the elastic band. We're going to stretch it like this. So we stretch it and yay, we did it. The elastic band is over the box. So students, expanded form means to stretch or to make it bigger, right? So that you can see what is taking place. So expanded form is a way to look more closely at a number to find out what each digit is worth. Each of these digits, you want to know what it's worth, so we are going to expand it. All right. So right now, as you can see, you see 462, 462. And over to my right side, you will see a column here, a place value chart, right? Place value chart. The 0 or the O means it is ones. T means it is tens, and H means it is hundreds. Any number, any digit that is to the right is always in the ones place, and you cannot leave out that when you are doing your place values. When you are inserting the numbers, inserting the digits in the correct place, you cannot leave out over here. If you leave out this side, ones column, then you're going to get it incorrect. So something should always be over here, even if it's 0. All right, so let's look at this now. The 2 here means it is 2 ones, right? The 6 here means it is 6 tens, and the 4 here means it is 4 hundreds. In other words, what if it was the actual, what if you were just putting in the number, like say you say 100 will look like this, right? 10 would look like this, right? And 1 is anything that you see in the ones column, so it is 2. Another way you can look at it, students, is to just remove the 1 here, the tens column. Anything that is under the tens column, remove the 1, which means 10, and put the 6 there. So this would be equal to 60. For here in the hundreds place, you see a 4 in the column. You don't see a 1, you see a 4. So you remove the 1 and put the 4. So that is how you will see the difference, right? You can put a plus between each of them. But I don't want the work to look like that. I want it to be neater. So I will erase this part and put it over the other side so you can get a better idea of how it is done. All right. So the 4 means 100, right? So what you can do, you say 4. What you can do is to say, seeing that it is in the hundreds place or the hundreds column, you say 4 times 100, right? 4 times 100. Then I'm going to put this in a bracket by itself, or a circle by itself, so you can see the difference, right? The next one, because you're going to add everything together, you have to put a plus sign between it. The next one is 6, right? It is 6. So what are you going to say? You're going to say 6 times what? 10. Why? Because it is in the tens column. So 6 times 10, right? Plus the 2. So you're going to say 2 times what? 1. Right? Sorry about that. The space is limited. Now, how am I going to write the answers here now? 4 times 100 is what? You have 4 $100. 100, 200, 300, 400. 4 times 100 is 400. So let me put the 400 down here. The plus sign remains. If the plus sign comes back down here, 6 times 10 is what? 6 times 10 is what? Do you know your 6 times or do you know your 10 times? Let's count by 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 6 times 10 is 60. Right? And 2 times 1 is 2. So that's how you get your answer in an expanded form. You expand each of the digits, each of them in the column that it is in. Right? This is how you expand a number. Let's try another one. Let's try another one so you can get a better idea of what I'm talking about. Example 2. Let's say we have 9, 7, 3. We know that 9, 7, 3, there are 3 digits here. 1, 2, 3 digits. 1, 2, 3 digits. So what are we going to do? We can simply draw up the column like this, the place value column like this, and put them in the correct place. So this is ones, this is tens, and this is hundreds, right? Let me draw it better. Ones, tens, hundreds, right? This is still a 7. So you see 9, 7, and 3. Or you see 3, 7, and 9, right? What are you going to do? Remember, you cannot leave out the ones column. Something has to be over here. So even if the 9 is not there, something has to be over here where the ones column is, or the ones place. All right? So what you're going to do is to remember that the 3, the 0 or the O means ones. 10, T means 10, and H means 100. O means 1, T means 10, H means 100. Right? So I'm going to put the number above so you can see. This is ones. Let me put a S at it. Tens, and this is hundreds, right? But I don't want the work to be very messy, so I'm going to remove it so you can see it clearly. Ones, tens, hundreds. What am I going to do now? First of all, I'm going to start with the bigger or the biggest number. I'm going to start with the biggest number. The biggest number here is in the hundreds place, or the biggest place value. The biggest place value is hundreds. 100 is more than 10, right? Yes, 100 is more than 10. So what you're going to do is to say 9 times 100. Why am I timesing it by 100? Is because it is 9 is in the hundreds place, so you have to times it by 100. You cannot times it by tens because the 9 is not in the tens place, right? I'm going to put a circle here so you can see the difference, right? Plus 7 times what? 7 times 10, because 7 is in the tens place. So you're going to say 7 times 10, right? I'm going to put a circle around this again so you can see the difference. The next thing you're going to do is that you're going to look at the last digit, which is in the ones place, and you're going to say 3 times 1. 3 times 1, because it's in the ones place. So let's put it there, plus So plus is a way to put everything together, right? It's not apart, so you have to put plus to show that it is still joining together, right? So you will say 3 times 1, right? 3 times 1. Now, what you're going to do now to finalize your answer is that you're going to say 9 times 100 is what? 900. You have to know how to count by 100. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, then 600, 700, 800, 900, 1000. Remember, we were doing it in class, so don't forget. So 9 times 100 is 900. The plus sign still remains, so you're going to put back the plus sign here because it is not apart, it is all joining together. You just want to expand it, mean you're stretching it so you can see what value each digit has. All right, the 7 times 10 is what? Can you count by 10? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, right? So 7 times 10 is 70. You're going to plus again. Plus 3 times 1. 3 ones is 3. So as you can see here, you have 9 hundreds, 7 tens, and 3 ones. 9 hundreds, 7 in the tens place, and 3 in the ones place. So when you expand it, it is going to look just like this. 900 plus 70 plus 3. And the first one looked like this. 400 plus 60 plus 2. Right? And that is how it looks when you expand it. So if you get this in your exam, you will know how to do it. Right? So please continue to watch this video so that you can learn more.